Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. There is an Aptoide code live now at the top of the screen. Gonna go over the dev call. Someone sent me a recording of the whole thing, but I just didn't think I should play it because they did ask us not to play it. And of course, I do want to get invited to future calls. So let's recap what happened. And then I can get that information out to you guys whenever it does happen. So someone did send me it, but still, I just think that they did ask us at the start not to record it, not to stream it. So I will stick to their guidelines, and I'll do my best here to get you the information. And like I said, nothing too exciting happened. He took notes. Quinlan, it was the same guy. He basically said, like, some stuff he gave answers, and some stuff he said, I don't have the authority to answer this. I'll have to get back to the developers. We'll get back to the players next week. So first thing he wanted to talk about was Clash of Civilizations. What did people think about it? Mostly people said they don't like the time slot. The rewards stink. I'm surprised no one actually said anything like, I'd like to select the team for my server, like inadequate players are making it. No one said that. Everyone said it was good. We like playing with 8 teams. We just like playing more teams. We like lots of PvP options. That's about it. Someone asked for, could we get feedback after? Like maybe we could see people's negative points or teleports used, things like that. But they pretty much said, like, no, we haven't done that stuff in the past. We don't like to. And then he said they'd think about it not being released live during the battle, but in the future. But it sure sounded like, okay, guys, I'm just going to kind of say a maybe and move on to the next topic. The next topic was civilization cards. So these things here. And basically, lots of people said they didn't like the black market in it. Like they thought it was too restricting, and that so the black market, where are we here? So where do we trade in here? Card exchange. So they were saying like the information's not there. It's a little confusing how to do it. They want to be able to trade with more than just their own server. Especially one person said like, hey, all my cards are better than everyone on my server. I'm the only coiner. So he said, yeah, we're going to open it up to more servers, so you'll get to trade with more servers at a time. I used this opportunity to praise the market on this, and I'm hoping I talked about, so people really like this market. Like it makes it exciting and fun, and people like to interact with other players and trade, and that's what we've always been hoping that this black market was. And I gave them the little hint in their head. I hope it works. If you go into the market on here, you cannot, you can't trade like a gold for a green, right? It's gold for gold, silver for silver, that sort of stuff. So I told them, like, you don't have to worry about people ripping people off on here because you could put the items, like you could save for yourself 5,000 research stones equals 1 tactic scroll. Or you could set the ratios, that sort of stuff. So fingers crossed. Let's see if they even mention it in the summary sheet, or if they just stick to their own thing. But I hope that maybe that's something they'll start to think about. Lucky bag event. So lucky bag. Wow, I actually didn't think of this. So one guy said, hey man, I feel ripped off. The first 3 days, the prices were good. I spent a bunch of money, and then you changed the prices, and I couldn't get the bags back that I wanted to spend money, that I spent my money on. I ended up getting nothing, and then my like tokens turned into 5-minute speed ups at the end. So I feel ripped off. Very good point by him. Like Evony should compensate people like that. They denied changing anything after 3 days. He just said the prices vary. That's why it's called the lucky bag. But at one point, he did say that it was one developer's idea, so they'll have to get back to him and ask about it. But it just seemed like Quinlan doesn't play the game, obviously, and he doesn't know that the price did absolutely 100% change after 3 days. Then he talked about the glory card. So this thing in here, right here, super monthly card, glory gold, not gold monthly card, the one at the top, glory monthly card, the red one. So he said they were going to add gems back. A lot of people were upset about the 5,000 daily gems that were removed. I think that was the amount. And they're going to add it back. Not sure when, because it's still not there right now. He basically asked about, no one said anything positive about this. Like, no one said anything. Everyone basically said, I don't care about these monsters that are crappy and don't give anything good. I want my gems. And that's about it for this. Like, no one really discussed it. There was like dead silence. He's like, anybody? And then some people gave like some token replies, but I don't know. I'm surprised that this is like their marquee card he wanted to ask about. I don't know. Then the big one he wanted to talk about was the Arch of Triumph upgrading. So, Ideal Land 7. Yeah. It's like, I think someone said it's like $40,000. So basically everyone said it's unattainable. You made this a pay to even like log in thing. No one's going to do it just for that. This was dumb, unfair. I got on the mic and I said, I tried to be a little bit more positive and give ideas. And I said, how about you put the option, so you see how there's an optional chest here, put the ideal land ornament in there. Give people the option. Like, there's probably some people who are done with tactic scrolls or something. Give them the option of selecting a land ornament, something like that. Because people might spend money to move up, but they don't want to spend money for this pack here, right? This is the pack that people feel ripped off on, because they're buying a bunch of stuff that doesn't have the really good stuff that they want, all the new stuff, right? Like, it doesn't have the tactics that go in there. So I tried to give him that idea. He sounded really receptive to it. Like, yeah, that sounds like something maybe we can do. I'll bring it back to the developers. So let's hope. At the end, there was no real floor, like open market. Hey guys, anything else you want to talk about? We were at the 70-minute mark and he basically said we have no time. So I put my hand up as the last thing was going on. I think the last thing was Glory Card maybe. And I basically said, let's talk about another card. And I said, let's talk about Rally Card. So I said how much people like the Rally Card. And the problem with it is that when you spawn a monster, 2 alliances could spawn the same monster, or 5 alliances if you're all close together. And then you're chasing it. And then you kill it. And everybody's upset because what they spent money on just got stolen. And then people start mass reporting, saying people are using, iScout and AutoSet. How else could they find my monster in less than 2 minutes? That sort of stuff. So I'm sure you, Evony, don't like these mass reports. And players don't like being upset and feel like they're being stolen from. So how about you lock those to the alliance like you do in Hasadi's event, right? If you summon a monster or start playing Hasadi's event, no one can steal your monsters that you're trying to attack. So they should be able to do something like that for this. And he actually was surprised and said, what do you mean? Like, the monsters are already on the map. You're not getting a personal monster. So some people said to me after, like, so here's how you could summon, right? I've done my 10 summons. I can't summon right now, but I can go here and try to find a monster. And he says, like, yeah, these ones are already on the map. So I just think I chalk that up to, I don't think Quinlan plays the game. I don't think he understands that. Some people thought like, oh, maybe their card is working in a manner that they actually didn't know and it's spawning. But I don't think so. I think it's a matter of Quinlan doesn't play the game. And then I also mentioned about suspensions. I just said, like, look, you have to have better communication with it to the players. You have to tell them exactly what they're punished for so they don't do it again. And please respond more than once a day. Everyone, you get suspended and you get a response at server reset once a day. It's hard to have a conversation with customer service and ask what's going on, that sort of stuff. Then someone asked for a month, like a yearly calendar or like a 3-month calendar so players can look ahead and say, like, okay, in 5 weeks, Shalon's coming. In 5 more weeks, All-Stars is coming. And in those periods, you're going to run this event and this event and this event. And we're going to release this. So that way people could kind of plan their spending rather than Evony just saying, surprise, this is going to cost $6,000. Then, because, like people have lives, people have mortgage payments. Like, how about you treat us with some respect? Like, I think that we've been, in a relationship now for a long enough time. You can trust we're not going away, and you need to shock us with some sort of surprise value to get money out of us. So I thought that was a really good suggestion. I hope they do something like that. And I know working with Aptoide, when Aptoide used to, be, one of the official app stores, still works, by the way, as you can see with the code at the top of the screen. They would have a calendar and they would give me it and they'd show me it and I'd get to plan videos around it. So Evony does have this. And then the other big question was K50. Can you just be honest with us? Is it coming? And he said, we have absolutely no plans. We don't think the players want it. And then people said, like, well, you said the same thing with K45. And then 1 week later, K45 came out. So how can we trust this? Like, why don't you just tell us? Like, you're giving away all this free stuff. No one gives away free stuff, especially Evony doesn't give away all this free stuff. Like, what are you giving us this stuff for if it's not K50? To catch everybody up and then release something new. You just want players to everybody be 300 billion? We don't think so. You just put troop caps out. So that can't be it. So anyways, that's what the call was all about. I think I really summed it up exactly how it was. I listened to that recording that the person sent me before I made this video because, just so I didn't miss anything, I made some notes. And we're supposed to get the results next week. And that's about it. So like, subscribe, leave a comment.